أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Dear viewers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The Holy Quran, although revealed 1,400 years ago, has a lot of miracles, especially in silence. One of the verses in Surah Al-Ahzab, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "It is He who has created the night and the day and the sun and the moon that swing along each other in an orbit." Furthermore, in Surah Al-Safat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "And the sun runs to its resting place." We have Brother Imran Versi with us who will enlighten us regarding these verses. Brother Imran.
The verses that you just mentioned are very clear facts and verses that have been stated in the Holy Quran, and they have been discovered by recent astronomical observations and findings to be absolutely correct and true. So according to the calculations of experts in astronomy, the sun, they tell us that the sun is traveling at an enormous speed of 720,000 kilometers in an hour in the direction of the star Vega in a particular orbit called the solar apex. So the sun is traveling at this huge speed in a particular orbit. So when you make the calculations, this means that the sun is roughly traveling around 17,280,000 kilometers in one day, 24 hours. 17,280,000 kilometers. Along with the sun, all the planets and satellites within the gravitational system, they also travel in the same distance along the sun. They also travel in the same distance. In addition, all the stars in the universe are in a similar planned motion. The entire universe is full of paths and orbits. And also in the Holy Quran, in Surah Al-Dhariyat, chapter 51, verse number 7, it says, وَالسَّمَاءِ ذَاتِ الْحُبُكِ, by the sky full of paths and orbits, as you mentioned that they are in orbits. Now, we come to know that there are about 200 billion galaxies in the universe, consisting of nearly 200 billion stars in each. Most of these stars have planets, and most of these planets have satellites. We also find that all these heavenly bodies that move, they move in very precise computed orbits. Each one has its own orbit that as you mentioned in the verse. For millions of years, all these heavenly bodies, as you said, have been swimming along its own orbits in perfect harmony and order with all the others. Furthermore, many comets also move along in the orbits determined and fixed for them. The orbits in the universe do not only belong to the celestial bodies. The galaxies also travel at enormous speed in computed planned orbits. For example, today if we want to put any substances in this room with even a bit of speed, there will come a time when they bang and they collide with each other. However, we find that during these movements of these heavenly bodies, none of these celestial bodies cuts across the path or collides with one another. This is the precise and exact plan of the Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And surely, as we all know, at the time the Quran was revealed, mankind did not possess today's telescopes or today's advanced observational technologies that we have today to measure the millions of kilometers in space. Nor did they have the modern science of physics or astronomy. Therefore, at that time, it was not possible to determine scientifically that the space is full of orbits and paths, as the verse has stated. And this is an open declaration, an open proof and a miracle in the Holy Quran.
Thank you for all the details and very precise information. Furthermore, in Surah Al-Zumar, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "It is we who wrap up the night into the day, and it is we who wrap up the day into the night." What does this verse signify?
The words used in this holy verse are, if you go and see, are quite remarkable in its own fashion. Because the Arabic word that is translated here, as you say, to wrap in Arabic, is takwir. Meaning in English, it means to make one thing lap over another, or folded up like a garment is laid. So one thing folded over another. For instance, when you look at Arabic dictionaries, when you look at the word takwir, well, the example that they give is that takwir is used for the action of wrapping one thing around another, just like a turban, in the way a turban is put on, one thing over the other. So the information given in this verse about the day and the night wrapping each other includes accurate and precise information about the shape of the world. And this can only be true if the earth is round, This action of takwir can only be true if the earth is round in shape, as mentioned in the Quran. The Quran was revealed in the 7th century and gave us a hint, an indication of the shape of the earth. And when we look at science, we come to know that at that time, the world was perceived and known to be flat. It is only during the past century that people and scientists have proven that no, the world is not flat, but it is actually round in shape. And the Quran has mentioned this 1400 years ago.
Thank you for your answers, Brother Imran. In today's fast-moving world, it is so easy to overlook all these miracles that are happening today, and these are hidden facts in the Holy Quran. So it is everyone's duty to read the Quran, ponder upon it, and think the miracles that are hidden within it. By this, we will know the true might of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the guidance that is left within the Holy Quran. Till our next podcast, thank you very much, and wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.